Alright guys, I am doing a 2-ply on my Heavenly Hand Spinning Vespra. It's noisy. I haven't knit or crocheted a muffler for the motor yet, so it's a little bit noisy, but this is part of my cast off today. I only have 2 finished projects that I crocheted, and I'll show those to you in another clip. But I was going to share this with you guys, as well as show the upgrades on my Spinolution B, which is now a Spinolution Queen B, and show you guys the changes that they made and let you know what I like and what I don't like about the changes and everything. So what I'm plying together right now is 2 different colors of alpaca, and I'm going to use it to finish my scarf. So I'm basically holding the 2 yarns together like this, allowing the twist to travel into the yarn, and then letting it go up into the orifice and onto the wheel, the bobbin. And this is a bobbin and flyer driven apparatus. As you can see, the orifice bar is spinning as well as the bobbin is spinning. The belt connected to the motor is actually on the bobbin. So it's spinning in 2 different places. But this is how I apply on this wheel. I can get a lot of plying done in a short amount of time. The only downside is that these belts will heat up and they will snap. Because my original band has already broken, I've been using hair scrunchies, the thick ones, and they work just fine. They last about an hour, sometimes less, depending on how well made they are. So I have to go and look into, see if I can find some O-rings to use instead of these other belts, because I need something that, even though it's getting heated up, it's not going to stretch out of shape and then break on me, because I do spin a lot. I mean, I spin a lot, and so I usually spin until I have all my bobbins filled, and then I'll save 2 empty ones and start plying. So this is how I ply on this particular spinning wheel. So I hope you enjoy that demonstration. I'll show you guys a close-up right now of this particular wheel. Well, it's not really a spinning wheel, but it's what they call an e-spinner, electric spinning wheel. So this is the orifice hook. This is the brake band right here. Adjusting this on the side here allows me to adjust the tension on how fast this bobbin is spinning. The motor is on the side over here. I'm trying to look so I can. This is where the motor's at. And then this is the band. Now, if I put a twist in this band, it'll have this spin the opposite direction, and I can use that for plying. I normally spin in S, I think it's S, and then I ply in Z formation. So I spin clockwise and I ply counterclockwise. I've always done that, and that's the way I like spinning. I'm not into art yarns or any of that stuff. I just like the traditional spinning. It's very peaceful for me, and I enjoy the results of the yarns that I make. Now, my other spinning wheel is this one. It's my Spinolution B. The upgrades that were done on this particular wheel was they changed the footman here. They changed the footman here. They moved the position of this wheel and added more space in the back here. And they added a second groove to add even more ratios to this wheel, to this top wheel here. So I can move this belt from the back groove to this groove, the groove in the front. There's 2 grooves here. There's 2 grooves here. And then there's 3 up here on top behind the bobbin. So this wheel has a plethora of ratios. And since I prefer to spin lace weight yarn, That's normally what mine is set up for. One of the changes that they made is they made these arms shorter, so there's less space between the bobbin and the orifice plate. They also added magnets to the orifice plate, which is not working out so well for me, because for some reason it's popping off when I'm plying. You can hear it snap, but you can see I have some play, and it comes off quite easily. So when I ply under tension, the tension tends to drag, pulling these off. So I'm gonna see what solutions they come up with for that, especially if I'm spinning a thicker yarn or plying, and it mostly happens when I'm plying. One of the things I've noticed is that this arm on this side is not, the hole is bigger. So I'm wondering if I can put something in there to kind of wedge it in place until they come up with a solution. One of the things I was thinking about doing is having one of my friends drill this out and inset a magnet onto each side, and then it'll be a magnet on magnet connection, which will be a lot stronger than the current connection. Overall, I'm very pleased with the modifications they made with the wheel. The magnets are the only thing right now that are getting on my nerves, but I do have another option for plying, so I can spin fine, as you can see from this full bobbin. This is a Romney and Frisian blend, I believe, and I spun that up over the weekend. This is I've already pre drafted everything out. And this is very soft, very squishy. It's a wonderful fiber, and I love the colors. I have a guest here today. My daughter's babysitting, so you can see the little child there. Hello. So, where was I? Homestead wool and let me see. Homestead sheep and wool, and I bought 6 ounces, and it's from Noah's Romney and Frisian wool spiral roving. She sent me more than 6 ounces because I can get 8 ounces on one of these bobbins, and that bobbin is full. So thank you so much for the extra fiber. I really appreciate you being so generous to me. And so that's that. So let me get back to the projects that I completed. As you can see, my room is not as messy as it was because I also did some cleaning over the weekend. I also did some cleaning. I got some bins like I've been planning to do, and put a bunch of my fiber in the bins. I still have some other fiber I need to put in the bins, but I cast on for my husband's socks, which I haven't gotten far, but I did cast on for the socks. And once again, this is some yarn from it's a blue and a tan so it'll be tweedy looking socks when I get done, and these are for my husband. He picked out this yarn. I really like this yarn. It's a worsted weight 3-ply, and it's for bed socks, house socks, something he can walk around the house in. That's what he wanted. Okay, so I finished this blanket, one of the bereavement blankets. This one is in the pink, so I finished this one. I'll let you get a close up on it. And I used a G6 hook for this one, which I think I want to say it's a 3.75, but it may be 4.0. I have to look and see. So I finished this one, so it can go in the corner with my other bereavement blankets over here. And those will be getting turned in this weekend. We have our spin-in this weekend at Yarn for Breakfast, and so I'll be turning those in. And so then I did one using the granny square for the rest of the yarn. And here it is. So that's 4 total that I've completed. for the bereavement blankets are going to be donated to the Portsmouth Navy Hospital pediatric neonatal units maternity wards in the event that they do have such a tragic um, event with one of the patients, so that they'll have something to get comfort from. So other than my husband's hat, like you all know, I'm working on his bag, which he's trying to rush me along. And his socks and that circular blanket and that sweater. So those are my outstanding projects. Getting ready to actually start crocheting some of the patterns from Ron Strong's book, his ebook off of Etsy. And let me get it for you. Okay. I printed out. So this is his ebook off of Etsy, and it has his hat designs, and you can see the different hats on front. And there's 4 intermediate and advanced patterns. And so this is what I'll be doing at lunch, because I'll be mostly doing my husband's sock while I'm at home. That way I can concentrate. Because when I usually have lunch at my desk so I can answer phones and stuff. Because I don't like wasting gas driving around, shopping aimlessly and stuff like that. Because I have plans. I'm going to Maryland Shipping Wool, and I want to have some extra cash in my pocket for that. So yeah, so I'll be crocheting Ron's hats. So hopefully when I do my cast off crew next week, I'll have his hats completed, or at least a couple of them in progress or finished or whatever. And then after I get the 4 hats done in this book, I can move on to the next project or finish up a different project. So that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you like it, please select like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Please take note of the description box below, because it will have the links to all the other cast off crew members, as well as the days that they post videos. So you guys have a good night. Enjoy crocheting, knitting, drawing, whatever it is that you love doing, and just it's good for you. So just keep on doing it. Oh, I'm about to knock my camera down. Oh, and if you're curious about the music that's playing in the background, if my camera stopped moving, the music that's playing in the background is an independent group called Druid Boys. I play World of Warcraft, so that's how I know about them. My husband, he's from Brooklyn, and he's a rap aficionado, so to speak, but he actually really enjoys their music as well, and he's trying to get his brother and them to listen to it, because he's like, they're fun. It's about the game we play. It's not negativity towards women or, minorities or anything like that. And they also have positive messages in their music, and coming from the perspective of the things they're dealing with in real life, as well as what's going on in the game. So I'll post a link to their YouTube channels as well. You'll enjoy their videos. They're very funny and humorous, and I love them. So it's always nice to find kindred souls out there.